Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the CornerCade. My name's Danny, guys, and I love you all. So glad you guys could join me on this Wednesday night. Sorry about the Tuesday night chill and chat, guys. We had to bump the show because of my work schedule. You guys know I was working 8 days straight. Did a stream last night, late, no notice, just kicking it, chilling it with the community. Felt like getting on. The household was quiet. Miss CornerCade was sleeping, so I decided to hop on. Guys, we have a big show. We would have had a bigger show. A couple guests fell off. They're gonna come next week and join us, but that's okay. You guys got me in the house. There's lots to talk about. I should probably change the thumbnail because guys, we went to a real arcade today and it was so much fun, guys. I'm gonna let you guys know all about it if you haven't seen it. 20 minutes ago, I posted a video on it, so go check it out after the stream. It's a really cool arcade. It's called the Garcade. We had lots of fun doing that. Guys, also in the building, guys, I have a KinHank ready to give away to one lucky winner tonight. So we're going to do that with a trivia question. So get your CornerCade knowledge ready, guys, because the first one to answer is going to win that cool device. Got over 110,000 games emulated anywhere from the Atari Jaguar all the way up to Nintendo 64 kind of thing and everything in between. Also, going to the real arcade now did a couple things for me. It spurred a pinball, like, I don't know, spark, you could say, which I didn't see that one coming at all. And Mrs. CornerCade was already on board with pinball. Now she's really on board with it. And it got me to think, what other titles could Arcade One Up possibly create? There's a lot of cool games there, a lot of cool titles in the wild, and a lot to discuss, guys. But before we get all that started, let's bring you guys in the building as we always do. Let me see if I can scroll over here to the YouTube chat because I know a lot of people start talking. Restream doesn't pick it up until I link the stream onto there. Maybe I should start linking it like in the morning or something so the chats start flying in. But we got the chosen one in the house saying, let's go. Dark Realm Gaming, Damian Williams, let's freaking go. Quentin Tate, Damian Williams, Carlo, Rich Odello, Carl Dog, Addicted to Arcade One Up. Let me see where the chat actually starts here. It actually starts with Addicted to Arcade One Up. So he is in the building. What does he have to say here? I am on an Arcade One Up addict, and it has been 0 days since my last Arcade One Up related purchase. My guy, what did you buy? What did you buy? Let us know. Elio says, "What's up, everybody? What's going on, man? Welcome to the show." Yeah, we got a little bit late start. We have a 2 and a 3-year-old, and man, they are just. Let's just say they are full of piss and vinegar. I'm telling you that much. C North. Holy shit, let's fucking go. That's right, man. Let's go. Endangered Dog is in the house saying let's go. We get the let's go movement here. I absolutely love it. Something so cheesy, corny, stuck with everybody. And you got like the whole arcade community doing it. So it's really cool. Hashtag, that's what I'm talking about, Carl. Let's fucking go. That's right. Thor KC's in the house here saying crazy night at work. So I don't know if I'll be able to be here much. But greets anyways. Hey man, you could always catch the replay. I always make it a goal. There's a personal goal that I have, especially as like a small content creator. Whenever I see like any video that I post, whether it be a live stream or anything, reach 1,000 views. That's my goal for every video, is to just reach 1,000 views. Now, I mean, I make content, guys. I mean, we do live shows on Arcade One Up 24/7, even when there's no news. So it's still a passion of mine. But it's always like gratifying to me as like my personal goal that I set, because if you don't have goals in life, like what are you aiming for? If you don't wake up every day with a goal, like what are you really aiming for? You got nothing. You just got a blank sheet of paper and a blank wall. So it is my goal that I at least get 1K view on every video. And for the most part, I maintain that. I know it's hard for a live stream replay to really get that. But because you guys support us so much, we actually do obtain pretty high numbers on the replay and in the live chat here. So that is my personal goal. Just let you guys know that. Grime is in the house saying hashtag let's go. Love it. Jason is getting on board. Let's go, man. Our moderators in the house. Let's fucking go. That's right, dude. Damian Williams, 8 days straight. Damn, you gonna have a nice paycheck. I wish, Damian, but this is the perks of being a retail manager. So you can have, like, let's say you got a 14-day stretch. you can have 2 days off in the beginning, 2 days off in the end, and work a 10-day stretch, and it still counts for two separate checks. So I wish, but no, it's not the case at all. Screaming Banshee is in the house, giving us the wave. I will say this though, Damien. Um, so yeah, I have today is my Saturday, tomorrow's my Sunday. I go to work, I go back to work for 2 days, but then your boy's got 5 days off. Dude, I'm so excited. Got 5 days off. I don't know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna definitely gonna stream, but maybe I'll go to Synergy and buy something. I don't know. PD7's making it really hard for me not to. Thumper Squid's in the house. Just watched the Garcade video. Good stuff. That's right, man. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna show it live here. I had to switch up the show a little bit. I may have somebody joining us, which would be pretty cool. Get their thoughts on the 4K at Games Legends Pinball. Which, man, it's really like it's piquing interest a little bit. We'll be honest with you guys. Um, Stupid Fat Habit says, "Is the answer B?" Bob Barker. Wait, what was the question? You'll find that question out later in the show, my guy. Terry B's in the house saying, "Let's go." That's right, man. Let's go. Drake God is here. What's up, guys? How are you doing? Mike Hawker's actually never left. He's still here, so let's go. Julio Hernandez is in the building. Hello, man. Welcome aboard. Tony C made it. Let's go, Tony C. And Tony C, I still got to get that USB hub so I can test out that coin ops. I'm still on the docket. Don't worry. I got a packed weekend for me right now, so we're gonna see what we can do. Oh, okay. Addicted. Oh, we got one of our answers, guys. Addicted Arcade. One of says, "I'm working on a special project. The only hint is I will give today is that it's not something that will interest Michael B. So it's definitely not a pinball. It's got to be an arcade one up deluxe of some sort, right?" Just throwing out guesses here. Thumper Squid. I was surprised to get an update on my Yoga Flame today. Sign of life at Arcade One Up. Yeah, speaking of which, I got two updates before I started the show here on these two cabs. Some kind of app integration or something. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Let me know, guys, what you think it is. I don't pay much attention to the app because the app could do so much more, and they don't really do anything with the app. So I'm not even like on it really. Um, Scary Cat's in the building. Let's go. Oh, yo. Welcome aboard, buddy. OTG is here stopping by saying, "Let's go." Love the support, man. Thank you very much. Johnny Blaze is here. Good evening, everybody. Let's go. Welcome aboard, Johnny. Damien, what are you saying? 5 freaking days? Yeah, it's time to find a babysitter ASAP. I gotta be honest with you. When we went to the Garcade, I really was like, I looked at my wife and we're just like, we gotta find somebody to watch the kids and just go have fun because, like, they only lasted like 2.5 hours, 2 hours tops, kind of thing. And it's just like, you're taking breaks in between, and it's like we just want to enjoy the games more and like be able to talk about them and like how they relate to Arcade One Up products and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll get there eventually. James hates everything's in the building saying, "Hey peeps, what's going on, James?" And Dark Realm Gaming says, "Hey CornerCade, I'm here watching and working at the same time. We're not gonna tell your boss. Tell your boss what? Nothing, exactly." All right, guys. So that's everybody. We caught it up. We got 55 people in the building, guys. If you could very kindly give this video a like, I would really appreciate it. It'll help go a long way to supporting the channel, guys. Stupid Fat Habit just sitting here with a comment at the very, very last second as the train was leaving the station. Says, "Nice of One Up to finally add pinballs to their app. So anyone that has issues couldn't get extended warranty. How ironic." Yeah, that stinks. I don't know. They're a very interesting company sometimes. We'll just leave it at that. But yeah, I mean, where do we start here? So I was gonna ping pong some things off of some of my guests, but we're just gonna ride solo dolo tonight. But I will share this with you guys. So let me bring this up real quick. How do we want to do this? Want to bring this down? Maybe put me in the corner? Yeah, that works. I think that works for people. All right, guys. Damian Williams real quick says he says, "Any new merch coming?" We're working on it, man. I think with some of the tax returns we'll probably get a cricket press again, and my wife will be able to make some stuff. That's what she really wants to do. So if you guys are down for ordering for us actually wanting to order apparel, let me know. And so if the sentiment is strong, we shall go ahead and do it for sure. Okay, so let me get to this guy real quick. Mute that. All right, so guys, we went to an arcade today, a real arcade, super dope, super excited. I haven't done this in a long time. So I'm just gonna let this play and can I just give my 2 cents as we're talking here. I muted it just because there's like a lot of like music and stuff like that, but um I don't want to get flagged for that. But there's a lot of cool arcades, guys. And if you guys see something you like, throw it in the chat. We'll talk about it. Have some fun with it. I've never played Mr. Do, so I was really excited to see that though because I've heard of that title. There's a Donkey Kong. Look at that thing. We got a Frogger there. When we get to the ones that I kind of want to talk about, I'll pause the video. Let me pause it right here real quick. Okay. So it was really cool to see my wife's reaction when she saw some this like Dynamo Cap, for example. And she's like, "Wow, like that's what we have in the arcade. Like I that body style is familiar to me now. That game is familiar to me. So it's really cool." She got really excited. Like you could see it just like light up, you know. And I you guys, if you think she got excited, you should have seen me. I was like a kid in a damn candy store. So I was just like, "This is dope, man. This is really cool." So we'll keep it playing here for you guys. But there's that Neo Geo Big Red. I didn't get a chance to play that one. That was the one I didn't get a chance to play. There's Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and that big wide 4-player control panel. There's another Neo Geo. Cubert's Cubes. So real quick, I got a chance to play Cubert's Cubes. I've never played it before. My wife would absolutely love that. That was one she actually did not get a chance to play. My wife took it. She played a lot of pinball, to be quite honest with you, and we'll get to that. But she took one for the team a lot, so I can kind of dive into these a little bit more. Watching the kids. Um, But track and field was there. Look at that. That's cool. I mean, like, can you imagine like just one up putting out something like that? And I'll say this too, guys. For as many people that are like that, you know, for lack of a better word, how much we like shit on one up or whatever. I will say this. Like when I was playing these games, of course, like nothing beats it. But I was like, man, it is really cool to like have like the HD like remastered version of this at home. Like where the monitor is like crisp and clean. And, you know, like take like NFL Blitz as a good example. NFL Blitz sits at like close to 1080p. The graphics just look better. It's more crisp. It's a faster gameplay. Like Arcade One Up, like when they make some of these games, they like take it to the nth degree and like add just a little bit more, and it makes it that much better. Like it's cool to play Pac-Man on the dip switch settings, so where I can make it like fast, and it's not just a slow Pac-Man. That's one thing I like really do appreciate Arcade One Up doing. Like it's just really cool having some of these like just like these recreations in your house and then getting to see like where it started is really cool. There's a defender coming up right here. You guys will have to watch this video because I just get really excited. There's Spy Hunter. Let's take a pause. And we'll pause this true and throughout, guys. Don't worry, we're gonna finish this. We got all night. I heard Hadoukens. Of course, man, of course. James hates everything says the interesting effect of going to the arcade when you get back home, everything seems tiny. Yeah, that's true. There were some arcades there that were like repurposed into like tinier machines. You'll see that. I'll show that. It's actually pretty neat. Let's see if I can do this real quick. So if I put a comment on the board, you guys can see it. Uh, okay, you can still see me, I should say. Julian says if track and field is coming out, how much are they going to focus on adding good quality buttons this time around? That's a good question. You know, knowing Arcade One Up, probably not. But you have to also take into consideration they may be, if it were to come out, would make these probably light up. You know, like why not? Unless then they're gonna strictly stick to the vaults with the light up buttons. It would be cool to see like, hey, we'll do light up buttons. They're a little bit better quality than what they've been normally putting out. But I will say this: the Casino Cade had like real arcade casino buttons. So Arcade One Up can do it because if you think about it, they didn't have anything like that product before that when that came out. That was like a first time product. So they ordered the buttons for the first time and they got the buttons right to say the least. So it's kind of cool if you think about it. The possibilities are there. I just don't know how their supply is and if they're ever going to run out. Um, and you know what I was telling my wife when I came home, I said, you know what would be a perfect world probably is to take an arcade one up and just put real buttons and real sticks in, and I think you literally have the best of both worlds. Yeah, I want you guys to truly think about that. Like, yeah, playing on a CRT is cool, but playing on a BOE is better. It just is, guys. Like, there's no getting around it. Um, and when you have like the real controls, it's like it feels just right. Like, I don't know, man. It's hard to describe. Like, it was really cool getting a chance to be in an arcade again, like a real arcade. Um, but yeah, what are you guys thinking here? It says James hates everything with no sticks. Hopefully that money can go to good buttons. Of course, at least, get good buttons. You could get away with like a joystick, like the 49-way joystick, and then just use like really good buttons, like hat buttons or whatever. Like totally. Johnny Blaze, good question here. Is a Garcade free to play or do you pay as you go? So it is $20 for an adult to go all day. They're open from 3 to 11. Um, Luckily it was anybody I think is like 12 or under is $15. The guy at the front door, he was like, he recognized me. He's like, dude, where do I know you from? And I was like, YouTube, CornerCade. He's like, dude, you're the CornerCade. Yeah, no, I'm just totally kidding. He looked at my kids. He's like, "How old are the kids?" I'm like, 2 and 3. He's like, "You don't need to charge them, dude." I'm like, "Oh, thank you, dude, because that saved me like $30." Like, that was my big hiccup as to going to these events because, like, for me and my wife, they cost like 10 times more than what they need to, and then we get 10 times less of the time there because we have toddlers. So if just me and my wife, it's only $40 and we get to play for like 10 hours. We're good. Like, get it out of your system and you get to try everything out. But it's the exact polar opposite for anybody in the chat that has kids, you'd understand. But it was really cool. It was really fun. James Hates Everything says, I saw those cabaret calves. Never seen so many in one place. Yes, I'll have to show you guys for sure. Crazy old Marquise is here. Sorry I'm late. I'm messing with the monitors. It's all good, man. It's all good. Paul Miniman is in the building saying if the buttons aren't good enough to do the pencil rollover trick in track and field, then forget it. I don't know that trick, but yes, I would assume that this is a big consensus in the home arcade community that we need to just get good buttons on these things. Like, it cannot cost you that much, honestly. Um, Addicted Arcade one of says, Danny, you should be careful what you say about CRTs. You're going to offend the OGs in the group. um, I'm sorry, man. Like it's cool playing on it. Like, I had fun playing Turtles, but I'm like, man, I wish this was like a BOE monitor. I was like thinking that to myself, like while I'm playing it. And like, to be quite honest with you, like, I don't know, it's just you're not gonna mess with nostalgia. Like, these are what they are, and they're great because of what they are, right? But when you get used to something, like, think about it like this, guys. If you are used to an OLED TV and you go to like a 4K TV, like your eyes are gonna be like, oh hell no, like you're gonna want to watch the OLED TV. Now, I have not been fortunate enough to own an OLED in my house, so the 4K TV that I do have, it's great. Same thing with the arcades. If you're playing the arcade and you're used to that monitor, and then you go over to BOE, it's kind of like you can't go back because everything's just so high def, crystal clear. It's beautiful. And that's just my take, guys. Like, I'm not the end all be all. This is what I think. I like it. I would love to see like the Unicom monitors in these things to be like, oh yeah, this would be beautiful. Like, I think that would be really, really cool. Um, Arcades are more expensive to go to in California. Ralphie Duran, how much are they, my guy? Let us know. Paul Miniman says, my grandpa used to work on CRTs, big, unreliable, heavy, and dangerous LCDs all day long, right? Like, you're gonna have to come to a point anyways. There's only so many CRTs left in the world. So I think I gotta be honest with you guys. So I'm just gonna be honest with you. If I owned an arcade, a real arcade, or if I had like, let's say I was fortunate enough to have a basement at my house, and let's just say I had like 10 real arcades, right? I would more than likely, probably 90 to 10, as soon as the CRT went out, I would replace it with a Unicom monitor. Scaredy Cat says, man, I just got a tube TV for my original NES and Sega. Then just was a kid. I forgot about the sounds all those TVs made, and the static and the static memories. That's awesome. Uh, Grimes says I have 3 arcades, 20 minutes of me, thankfully. That's really dope. I have like 2 no, I have 3 arcades too, actually, if you think about it. We have the Garcade, Up Down, and we have the Vintage Vault, which I think we'll be going to the Vintage Vault next, but we might be going back to the Garcade the next time we go out, and it's gonna be without the kids, guys. It's gonna be without the kids. Let's go, dude. Gonna be very excited. Oh wait, Tim D says I'm taking a drink of water here, but Tim D says there's my old pole position. I think you can see it creeping up here. Yeah, here we go. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. I have a feeling. All right, here we go. We'll continue on. I don't even know what this assault is from Atari. I've never played that, but it looks dope. Like I wanted to get my hands on it, never had a chance to. And there's the pole position, guys. I mean, if you made that out, I would buy it. Let's go. There's like Tetris, Rampage, a couple other guys. There's over 150 machines in here, plus a lot of pinball. So it was a really cool place to go. And when we went, as you guys can see, it was empty. We got there right at open, guys. It started to fill up a little bit as later on, but I'm glad I got the recording out of the way. Here's Tekken 5. The monitor on that was crap. It was all blue. Killer Instinct was there. Mortal Kombat 4. Mortal Kombat 2. Oh, and this is something I missed. Stop it right here. So in the video, I didn't even notice because I'm recording, right, and just having a fun time. The control panel, guys. This control panel is signed by every single character that's in the game. Even as the guy that does the voice of Toasty, and he put on there Toasty. Dude, it's so freaking cool, man. I was like to my wife, dude, look at this, look at this, look at this. And it's so funny because like I'm like, you would have to have somebody record as I'm just living life because I can't record and be genuinely fun at the same time, kind of thing. Like I'm just having fun at the arcade. I'm lucky I got an arcade tour video, and to be quite honest, I just wanted to go in there and have fun and play and be a big kid. But I thought that was so dope. And there's also Cubert Cubes was signed as well on the marquee. So by the owner or the creator that made that game. So really cool stuff, man. Well, let's keep it going. I don't know anything about this. This is some like Chinese beatbox game. Oh my god. So hold on a second. Now hold on a second. Let's just rewind this real quick. Okay, so we're playing. This is a cool like bubble hockey, but it was like soccer. This thing right here, guys. So I loved this when I was a kid. It's probably like $2,000 to $5,000. The cool thing about this, guys, okay, they do the national anthem on this thing. So this is an LCD board, and they have the guy singing the national anthem. There's a crowd. There's a flag. These lights are going red, white, and blue all around. So dope. Oh my god. Like I want to get this thing for my house. I've never seen that. I've never seen one do that before. Like a bubble hockey do this before. It was so awesome. And I just had me and my wife have a blast playing this. We were playing with the kids. It was really fun, man. This is one of my favorite things. Always wanted one when I always said that when I was a kid. I always wanted one. When I grew up and as an adult, and I still don't have one, but maybe in the future. I think that was really, really cool. All right, this bowling actually was working at I think they fixed it later on, but it's not working. It wasn't working at the time of the recording. But yeah, there's Battlezone. I didn't get a chance to play Battlezone. Asteroids is there. Gorf. A Guitar Hero, or not Guitar Hero, a Dance Dance Revolution. I did get a chance to play Bags. I want to go back and play these things, like more of these things. We got Lethal Enforcers here. It's just so cool to see like these titles. So like you see these titles like Arcade One Up, like rumored to come out with the Lethal Enforcers, and you see at the arcade, you're like, oh dope, man, that's cool. Like, let's make it happen, kind of thing. Julio Hernandez says, Danny, maybe I missed it, but what happened with the customers getting their Turtles in Time canceled? Was that Best Buy or One Up? When that stuff happens, guys, to my knowledge, you'll have to confirm this with PD7, but to my knowledge, when something gets canceled, I bet you they had let's just hypothetically for numbers' sake, say they had 10, right, in stock. So everybody ordered at 10. PD7 got his in. Maybe he was like the 12th or 15th order. They got it in thinking, okay, we have enough, but really they didn't. They kind of oversold. So then they sold the 10 and then they canceled the rest of the orders. but I would assume that it came back in a stock because then he reordered it again. So I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to play the waiting game and see if that comes back in stock for sure. I know Terminator for 315 is out. So my dreams of getting a uh, Jurassic Park shooter, um, that's up in the air right now. So I was gonna do that for 315, but yeah, we got Damian Deal with in the house saying, "What's up, y'all? What's up?" Um, Ken Smith is here saying, "If you had to choose only one arcade one up, which one would you choose and why?" Oh God, Ken, that's a hard question, my friend. Um, man, that's hard. I think Marvel vs. Capcom would be up there. Like the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 that's sitting behind me. Let me move my big head just like that. I think that would be a good one. Mortal Kombat would be good. Street Fighter, like those just classic fighters. Killer Instinct would be another one. It'd be really hard to choose, man. It's like choosing between all your kids. Um, okay, guys, I'm gonna put the video tour on pause real quick because we have somebody calling in the show right now. And this is what I love about the Cornercade show. You never know what's gonna happen. We're gonna get back to this. I swear and I promise you guys, because there's a lot of cool stuff with this. But I have someone very special bringing into the Cornercade, guys. So I'm gonna bring you guys in right now, guys. Welcome, Kelsel's Arcade. What is going on, my man? Can you hear me? All right, let's see if he can. Let's see if he can fix his audio. He might be frozen there. I'm gonna see if he can. See if he can get his audio fixed. It might be internet connection. So while we're waiting on Kelsel's Arcade to come in, we'll go back to the arcade tour here real quick. MGK is in the building. Yo, what's up? What's up, my guy? Okay, so we'll get back to this. We'll play it. Where are we at here? Okay, let's go. All right, you're gonna see some cool shooters coming up. You got Area 51 here. Big Buck World, man, it was cool playing this because like we get to play this and we have this at home, so it's in the one up version. So it was cool playing this. Um, Terminator 2, House of Dead. The cool thing about this arcade stuff, they put all the shooters, they line up all those, and then they line up all the racers together. So you'll see that going into this. Um, yeah, the Pac-Man Battle Royale. This was a cool one. Oh, of course, we get an ad in my own video. Look at that. Um, the uh, the Pac-Man Battle Royale though, that was pretty cool. Definitely cool to see, and definitely the possibilities of Arcade One Up possibly bringing that to fruition. There's that little like cabaret cabinet. There's a Dig Dug just sitting in there. Look at the marquee. Very interesting. I've never seen anything like that ever. We got a Showtime cab here. We're never gonna see that, but that was cool seeing that there. Moon Patrol. And then this is guys where we get to all these like classics here. So it was just cool seeing like Centipede and Joust. I had both of those in my arcade. It was really cool to see that kind of stuff. Um, Thor KC said if I had to choose only one, it'd be Star Wars. That's a good one, man. You really can't go wrong. One thing that didn't have, they didn't have a Sega Jurassic Park shooter, and they didn't have a Star Wars trilogy at this arcade. Julio's like, I'm actually wanting XL now instead of Deluxe. Well, if you want XL, you're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait, my man. Stupid Fat Habit says Moon Patrol, the AAA Liarcade title. Yeah, I didn't play Moon Patrol while I was there. Like I said, I wanted to play way more games, guys, but Scaredy Cat says, what that Dig Dug about the size of a one up? Kind of. I think the one up was actually they're about the same size. Yeah, I'm kind of looking at my one ups here. I bet you the one up is actually taller than that. We can rewind it quick too, guys, just to see real quick. I think the one up is actually taller than that. To be quite honest with you, yeah, for sure. The one up is definitely going to be taller than that. That's kind of funny. Yeah, I never played Moon Patrol. It's just it's not my thing. This one was cool. Let me pause this real quick. Let me go back just a hair here. So this Asteroids Deluxe was dope. So this literally has the same like projector effect as Space Invaders. I know it was on the tip of my tongue here. Yes, MGK. That is right, man. We got 57 people in here. Let's go. Hit the like button, of course, man. Thank you for supporting the channel. But yeah, that Asteroids Deluxe, um, it's cool, man. It's cool that like background, like it was really cool to like play that on. Just made things a little bit more interesting when you're playing. It's an Xavius. There's a Williams multi-cade. I didn't get on the Williams multi-cade at all. Simpsons was there. We've been there, done that. But man, it's so cool seeing these titles, man. TCK, that's right, man. Let's go. Let's go. There's a Guitar Hero. That one was super cool. Got the Punch out there. The Berserk. Now, this one is underrated here. This Berserk right here. That's a cool game. It's so simplistic and stupid, but it's just so cool. I would totally put this in the CornerCade. If Arcade went up or a New Wave Toys were to make a Berserk, that would be really, really dope, guys. That'd be really cool. Okay, so Kelsey's Arcade is back on. Let's see if he can hear us. Hey, buddy, can you hear us?
Hey, guys, I can hear you loud and clear. Not sure what was going on there.
Let's go. It's okay, man. It's okay. Just doing an arcade. Hey, do me a favor. Turn your phone this way. There you go, my guy. Perfect. Perfect. Kelso's Arcade, welcome to the CornerCade, man. And guys, we will get back to the room tour, or the arcade tour, I should say. But we got a special guest in the building. And Kelso's Arcade, thank you for joining me on the show today. So we were gonna get into, there was pinball at this arcade that we went to a real arcade. We are having fun with it. But it got my mind thinking because my wife, Mrs. CornerCade, wants to really put a V pin in the CornerCade. And first of all, I'm jealous. I want to actually get like an At Games one. Okay, let me back the train up real quick. I think it'd be really cool even just to have the all three arcade one up pinballs, right? That'd be really cool. 720 though, I think if you never saw the 4K, never saw the 1080, don't really know what you're missing, I think, right? Because you played them before. So having all three of those is a perfect spot in the living room. It could literally be like the V pin corner. We can make it look really, really cool. And then I got to thinking, okay, if that's not possible, there's overheating issues, that they're still full price, like I would get those each at like $2.99 kind of thing. Then At Games Legends HD is where it's at for me. Like that would be the happy medium. Now exactly. So I know what you're saying because I saw people's videos and like the definition is like going from like a 4K TV to an OLED. It is ridiculous. And so I was like, well, why are they still $900? Like the At Games Legends HD. I'm like, I would get this again, $2.99, $3.99 at most, kind of thing. That's where it's at. But Kelsels, you have the real deal Holyfield and the Adams family in the building, and you also have the other ones as well. So now let us listen to your wisdom and knowledge. What can you compare against all of these V pins?
So I'm gonna step out of the arcade a little bit because my buddy's in there experiencing Adam's Family 4K At Games for the first time, and I want him to have the experience. I don't want to turn the sound off while he's playing it. Right?
100%, 100%.
But can you guys hear me okay if I just stand just outside the arcade here?
Yeah, you're great. Yep.
Awesome. Yeah. So I'm a massive Arcade 1-Up fan, right? And I had those 3 pins. I got the Star Wars pinball. I got the other 2. You're absolutely correct. They look awesome with the 3 together, right? So, and you can see around my arcade and your arcade as well, we are not multi-cade guys, right? We don't want one system that plays everything. That brings back no nostalgia. I may as well just play some games on my Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, at that point, exactly.
So I got to say to you, if you're going to buy a pinball, I think you got to have 3.
That's a good
3 is the magic number.
There's literally a spot like in our living room in the CornerCade used to be that's literally perfect for this. Literally perfect, and we could put some cool wall art up on there and some LEDs or whatever. I already got it thinking, like, definitely. I think 3 is, like, a great magic number to have.
Absolutely. And then, to your other point, um, once you see it, you can't unsee it, right? Everyone's heard that saying. So when I got that Star Wars pinball, it was awesome. I had so much fun with it. I got the Attack from Mars. I got the Marvel pinball. Yeah, there was a bunch of negativity in the community about they had some lag. In fact, they didn't have lag. There was one table on the AFM, um, Whitewater or whatever it was called, that had lag, right, which they fixed within 3 months. But literally, people were going nuts in the community, like calling John D all sorts of names, saying they were a terrible company because they had problems. For me personally, I was just having a hell of a lot of fun playing those products, right? I don't really look for problems in products, but I've got to say that said, the At Games 4K product is awesome, right? And again, it has some problems. It has the same problems that Arcade One Up had. The damage in the shipping, the lag on the table. It has all the same problems, but overall, it's a fantastic product, and I think they will fix the problems. So, my advice back to your original question, Danny, if you're going to buy one at Games, do not buy the HD. It's terrible. It's not going to have any Zen tables. It's just a lackluster snooze fest. And all of the tables on this 4K, apart from Adam's family, will have you falling asleep. But the Adam's family, the Zen table, is fantastic. They're going to release a bunch more tables. But that said, you got to have three. I'm probably going to sell Star Wars and Attack from Mars, and I'm going to get the At Games Attack from Mars, and I'm not sure, maybe Star Trek, or maybe I'll wait and see if they release like an Aliens or a
Yeah, I
Jurassic
would
Park,
wait.
or
Yeah.
Back to the Future would be killer, right?
Yeah, definitely. Oh man, the possibilities, like, and I'm not even like a big a big pinball guy. We recently I got to play Stern's or the Stranger Things table, which was really cool. Like, I actually enjoyed it. I legitimately enjoyed pinball, and I just have no nostalgia for it. But I really do think a V pin would be really fun to addition into the arcade. Essentially, it wouldn't be in the arcade, but it'd be in the house, and so we'd go around the back here to the living room to play it. But man, if we had a basement or like your type of space, oh man, pinball all day for sure. Like, you gotta have it in the arcade.
It's hella fun, Danny. You gotta get it in
Yeah, we're gonna see what we can do now. I don't know if I could do 3 of them at $1,300 a pop though. That is very. We're gonna take a lot of donations on the channel here, but
Hey, to be honest, I'd have to sell a couple of things for space, if not cash.
yeah, right. Yeah, well, we've been doing. You talk about space. You got a lot of 4 players there that are in the middle. That takes up a lot of space in the arcade. We actually just took our NFL Blitz and made it a 2-player. We got the control panel off of 99 Lives Arcade. Totally recommend doing that. And Kelsos, if you ever did it, it's super easy to swap the buttons out. Me and my wife did it in no time flat. Probably took 30 minutes. It was
No,
an
no.
awesome.
I kind of like these though in the middle.
I know, but think about it. So think about it. You got the little cluster going up. Is that 4 of them in the middle?
It was four. I actually sold Blitz because, well, basically someone made me an offer on it. I couldn't refuse. They paid like six. They offered me $600 cash for it. I was like, put it in your car.
That is insane. I would have been like, put it in your car and take Simpsons. Like, that's insane. $600. Oh my god, kid, that is insane. Yeah, I would have done that too.
They wanted it. Oh, I'll buy another
Wow.
one when I see it on sale. But
Hell yeah, dude. That's an easy. I'll go on 199 clearance in no time. But if you took those in the middle and you had 2-player cabinets, you could literally do like a cluster. I could say you could probably do 4 on the backside of each of them and put 8 in the middle. So you could add
yeah,
more games to the arcade for sure and still have enough walking room for everything. So it's just
I
something
could
to think about. It's something to think about.
definitely. Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, pinball would be pretty fun. We got to play Stranger Things. My wife got to play Attack from Mars. Now, there are there are 2 like Attack from Mars tables, right? Because it wasn't like Attack from Mars. It seems like it was Attack from Mars like part 2 or something. I don't know. It wasn't like the Attack from Mars like At Games put out, but they did have an Attack from Mars there and we were playing it. We had some fun on it. I'm telling you, man, pinball is it's just different. Like I didn't realize until I actually got to the arcade and started playing it that like, hey, this is actually fun. Like it'd be something to add to the arcade for sure. I don't know. It
I
sucks
know
because
when I travel a lot for work, Danny, and
yeah.
I'll always Google whatever hotel I'm in. What's the nearest barcade? We were just over in Chicago, and there's a really cool barcade there. I forget the name now, but they've got like a ton of pinballs. And
Okay.
I didn't even touch the arcade machines. We were just playing pinball all night. It was fantastic.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, if you're in Chicago, the Galloping Ghost is where it's at. They
It
got over
wasn't the Galloping
1,000
Ghost.
machines.
I'd remember that one, but it was
Yeah,
something downtown. But no, I
it's
mean,
insane.
this is another thing that I've been talking to people about on my channel and the video review that I did of the At Games products. If you're trying to get into a virtual pinball and you want it to be as good as a real pinball machine, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. It's not going to be as good. It isn't as good. The value of virtual pinball is it's cheaper, it has less maintenance, and you can play more tables on it. It's not going to be as good as the real deal. And I think a lot of people coming into this hobby are kind of trying to, they're looking for problems in it and looking for reasons why it's not as good as a physical mechanical pinball machine. And they're just setting themselves up for disappointment. So, if you like real pinball, that's my advice for people watching the channel. If you like real pinball, don't get a virtual pinball thinking it's going to be as good. It is not. It's still hella fun, but it's not as good as the real thing. But if you want, if you want a stern table, you're talking $6,000.
at like the minimum.
Yeah, minimum. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I never played V Pin before, so I'd like to at least like try it out and see what's up. I
Don't
gotta
get me
start
wrong, it's
somewhere though.
great
Yeah.
fun. And I got my buddy back here, completely not set up, but he is a massive Star Wars pinball fan.
Okay.
So we could go if you want. I've got a mic put on him, and we can check out what his kind of first thoughts of the Adams Family pinball are, if you like.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we want to get like his thoughts and then obviously your thoughts. Are you kind of blown away by the product? Is this like this is kind of clearly a must have because you're talking to getting two more already.
So yeah, I think you've got to understand my mentality, right? So I am not the type of guy that the glass is half full. I will buy something and I will look for the positives in it. I don't go looking for problems. All right. So if you're going to buy this and pay $1,500 for it, and you want to look for problems, you are going to find them. The same as if you bought the Arcade 1-Up pinball, there were plenty of problems that you could find. If you take the product and you just take it for what it is and you enjoy playing it, you're going to get a return on your investment. So I think about that, and it goes back to my previous point, right? If you are looking for a real pinball experience, do not get a V-Pin.
Save
That
up
would
for
be
a
my
real
advice.
one.
Yeah, save up. But I
Yeah.
could sell all of these machines and buy one Stern and put it in the middle of the room. Would that make me happy? No freaking way.
Yeah, no, it's like
And
you walk in.
I got my pool table over here, but it's gonna make the arcade pretty pretty boring.
Now that the room that you're in now, that is bigger than the previous arcade room, correct?
Yeah, the singular arcade room is bigger than my previous, but I previously had three rooms, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I had the original arcade, the pool room, and then I converted a lounge into a second arcade.
They were all over your house, and I believe I left a comment on one of your videos. I said, "Man, you just got to move them all into the biggest room and just leave them all in one room because when you have to go from like room to room, it takes you out of that nostalgia." Because when you're just with that one, like you're just with Big Blue right in the corner, and they're like, "Oh, I want to play." You're looking around, you're like, "Oh, okay, let me go in the other room." Oh, there's Golden Tee. Like it's not like it's all lumped into one sum, and you got that ambiance, and that's what you're paying for essentially is that atmosphere.
Yeah, so I found in the previous house, I'd have buddies over after most of the time. Buddies going to come over after playing golf, unless I'm having like a party or something. And the golf buddies would immediately get around the pool table and be drinking and playing pool. nobody was really going into a separate room to play arcade games on their own, which is why I bought some arcades into the room adjacent to the pool table. But that room was never big enough to accommodate everything. Whereas this house is a much better setup because we're literally just, you got the arcade here, and then we're back around here, and I got a bar and the pool table. So you can still be in the arcade and talk to people who are playing pool. So it's a much better setup, and the room is bigger. But
Yeah.
I still. That said, Danny, I still went from 30 arcades to 20. So,
You can fit more once you in that middle cluster. I'm telling you, get rid of those 4 players. You can get back to that number again.
I think less is more, right? I think I got a bit, and a lot of people in this hobby got carried away, right? 30 arcade cabinets in your house, you have an addiction, you have a problem, right? It's like you got to admit that at that point.
Yeah.
I originally said 10 was enough. I'm now going to say 20 is enough.
Okay, so 20 is the number.
Yeah.
I'm at 18, I think, right now. So.
Okay, over 20, you've got like an Alcoholics Anonymous problem.
That's funny. Well, it depends on if they're going to release cool new titles. Then I'll possibly sell some of the duplicates that I have.
But I can't. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, Danny. But I can't sell stuff. So like, this Terminator 2 doesn't really get played that much anymore, and I would much rather have a Time Crisis. But if I put this on Facebook Marketplace, some douchebag's going to offer me a couple of $100 for it because it's been on sale at Best Buy. I'm not selling that for $200. No way.
Yeah, at that point you keep it. You kind of just gotta weigh like, is it worth it or not? So I would just keep it. But
I mean, the Sabo's arcade topper cost nearly as much as it was on sale at Best Buy.
Yeah, isn't that topper like $200?
I think it was 120 or something. But yeah,
okay, yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, that's some coin right there. But yeah, you get to a point where like I sold my Terminator for like 300, but I got it for 350. So that's I usually either break even or take a $50 hit on things. So, but I sold Big Blue and Terminator to get Big Buck Hunter Deluxe and Time Crisis Deluxe. So it was worth that trade to me. But yeah, so your thoughts on the 4K? You're like, I love it. I'm gonna keep it. I'm getting more. You're blown away by the product for the most part. What is your buddy's thoughts there? He's been playing it for a minute now. What does he think about it?
Let's see if I can flip the camera.
Flip the camera, yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's camera off. All right, let's go this way.
BCB, yes, it is. Kelso's Arcade. He's in the building. Let's go.
So, Phil, do you want to speak? Do a quick mic test? Can the guys hear you?
Check.
A little bit, yeah. We can hear him a little bit, yeah.
Okay. He has. Do you want to turn the volume down on the pinball a little bit?
Sure. How do I do that?
No, I'm asking Danny.
I don't know. I don't own that product, so.
No. I mean, how's the audio coming out? Do you want me to turn it down a bit?
Oh no, yeah. All we hear is the flippers. Then, like when you're hitting the flippers.
All right. You can't turn the flippers down. The solenoids are just set as loud as fuck.
Okay. That's funny. That's good to know. It's good to know though. So that you're stuck with.
All right. So can you hear Phil now? I've turned that down.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear him. Yep.
All right. So Phil, first thoughts on the 4K pinball.
It looks beautiful, but it's very laggy.
Okay, that's kind of the consensus. It looks beautiful. It's just kind of laggy. So
I grew up in a bowling alley, and this pinball machine was in the bowling alley that I worked at, and it's very nostalgic. But when you can't when the flippers aren't moving quickly, and it's not the same.
Okay. And then has he played the other tables at all, or just that one?
Yeah, Phil, what do you think of the arcade one-ups that you?
So I own the Marvel table, and it's very responsive. Again, it's virtual pinball, but again, very responsive and a lot easier to score on. The Williams tables that I've played, they're hard to get high scores on. They're difficult. But this one, it's weird because even the launch pole has a leg. Like, it's so weird. Yeah.
And the arcade and the arcade 1-ups don't have that lag.
What?
Does the arcade 1-up have that lag?
No. At least the marble table that I have doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't have that.
Okay. So how does the definition, like, because it's 720 from the arcade 1-up to this 4K? How is the difference in clarity? Is it like night and day?
I wouldn't say it's night and day. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is beautiful, but and I love that it's more life size than the virtual pinball machine that I have. But at the same time, it's like it's not as responsive and intuitive as the arcade 1-up Marvel table that I have.
Okay. That's good to know. It's cool stuff, man. The virtual pinball is like, it's like a whole new world now that has opened up to the home arcade scene for us. So
I think the differences here between Phil's opinion and my opinion is I didn't work in a bowling alley. I didn't play hell of time on real pinball machines. I like pinballs, but this dude's got more nostalgia for Adam's Family than me. And I enjoy it. I got used to the lag. I did say in my review, Danny, there is some lag, but I got used to it, and I don't think that it affects the gameplay, whereas Phil disagrees, clearly.
Well, I mean, look at this. Zoom in on this real quick. So just the launch area, okay? So I'm trying to land the ball right here to get the skill shot, okay? So I'm only pulling back a little bit, and then when I release, it doesn't do anything. Like, you can't just do a light. You have to do a
look at that.
You know, it's like
it's all or nothing.
It's all or nothing.
Yeah.
And even halfway, it's not launching the ball.
Well, Phil, I've been talking to Danny, so I haven't been playing it with you, but I will, if you pull it down to about the third triangle, I will go in the skill shot. And I could do that consistently.
Well, you just saw me pull down the third triangle, and it didn't even push the ball out.
I'll show you in a little bit.
Oh, okay, whatever.
If you beat my high score yet, Phil.
Well, here's the other. No, I haven't.
That's funny. That's funny. If you go if you go back, and Kelsels, you have the 4K there next to the arcade 1-up, so you can kind of see it, like that back box. So, like, get both of them in the picture, because that back box of the At Games Legend is just beautiful. Like, look at that thing; it's just beastie, beautiful. How a pinball should be. Yeah, and it's interesting because I'm the type of person that, like, the 1-ups would be fine for me. I'm telling you right now, guys, the 1-ups would be fine. But then I look at that 4K, even the HD or the 4KP, and I'm like, yeah, man, that larger play field does look really nice. Like, it would be nice to just have more of a play field to be able to see more things on. And that's why, Thor KC says, you guys should just get the ALP micro. And I'm just like, I think it'd just be too small. Like, I don't know if I'd be able to see.
So, Danny, I got my best advice for you in the virtual pinball world is all of those tables on the At Games products. The other 15 tables, or 14, or whatever that's got on it, you will fall asleep playing them. They're terrible. I don't care what anybody says. The Zen tables just pop. The music, the sound effects, they engage you. It's hella fun. Those other tables on there, they are lackluster. So
it's a bozo show,
and that's what I said, right? When everyone was saying, oh, Kelsel's Arcade, you're an arcade 1-up fanboy, you just don't like At Games. No, that's not true. I think this product's really cool, even though Phil disagrees. I think this product's really cool. And I think it's really cool because it's got Zen Pinball on it. It's about content, right?
Now, is At Games going to allow you to download other Zen tables, like, for purchase?
I believe so, yeah.
Then that would be cool. Like, yeah, it kind of sucks that you got to pay for more and more, but now that gives you a chance to give you, because, like, when me and my wife were playing, we were playing Godzilla, Cactus Canyon, Foo Fighters. We played Stranger Things. Like, I'm not gonna walk up to Ninja Turtles and probably have as much fun as I would playing those other ones. I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, you're 100% correct. Those other tables, like, I have seen content on it. it does look like just a generic Walmart table. There's nothing to it. There's not a lot of cool effects. There's not like good ramps. There's not a lot of things to the actual table like a Zen pinball or Stern pinball would be.
Yeah, I mean, imagine, Danny, if you bought an At Games Street Fighter 2 and it had Street Fighter 2 and then 14 indie games on it that you'd never heard of.
That's literally what the thing. Yeah.
What are you going to play?
Street Fighter. That's it. Yeah, that's it. 100%. It's literally great.
That's
comparison.
what this is. Like launch title. Yeah. I'm not going to touch any of the other tables. It's only Adam's family. And to be honest, that for me, that's okay, because most of these arcade one-ups, I play the marquee title, right?
Yeah.
I'm happy to have one cabinet with one game. If you're looking for a multi-cade pinball, you probably want to wait a little bit before you get the At Games product, because the other tables aren't available yet.
Yeah. Or go arcade one up if if they were affordable.
Dude,
and they have like those other titles.
There's so many problems on the arcade one-ups. We don't need to list them here, but you can see Attack from Mars is not even powered on. Because
there's a reason, right?
Well, I put so I wanted to put my Nintendo Switch on it, so I got the Intec deck, and it's fried the video card.
Oh, that's fantastic.
But I have got Arcade One Up did send me a brand new PCB free of charge.
Okay.
It's just time to put it in.
Yeah, that's the other half of the equation there. Yeah, dude, that's super cool, man. I'm telling you, like the pinball, I think I might be on board. I think I might be on board that. I already know my wife was 100% in, so I just need a little bit more convincing.
Hey,
but I would think they'd be really cool.
If you've got $1,500 to spare, I would definitely say get the At Games Attack from Mars. If you're looking for perfection, you'll be disappointed, so don't get it. If you're just going to enjoy it, you will enjoy it. Don't look for fault. You'll enjoy it. If you're looking for a cheap entry into virtual pinball, you can pick up a Star Wars, either used or Best Buy have had Attack from Mars was what, $200 at Best Buy. So if you can find one at a good price, just grab one. You're going to have a lot of fun with it. Most number one played product in this arcade room is this Star Wars pinball right here.
Man, that's insane. That's insane, because you got a lot of arcades in there, so that's cool.
Everybody, whether it's someone's wife or their kid or somebody my age who loves classic arcade games, everyone gravitates to pinball. Everyone enjoys that.
I'll have to keep my eyes out. What's the highest you would pay for a brand new inbox arcade one-up pinball?
I would say when I did my review of this, I said it was worth $1,000. I'd probably take that statement back now. I think if you can pick one of these up for $500, that's great value.
There's a brand new Marvel pinball, very close to me, brand new inbox for $400.
But let's just ask Phil. Phil's got a couple of arcade one-ups. Yeah. What's your most played product in your house?
Miss Pac-Man.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Marvel Pinball.
He's like T2.
Oh, so this dude actually bought my original Miss Pac-Man off me. He does not like Class of 81.
Now, why does he not like Class 81? Class 81 is gorgeous.
All right, let's ask him rather than put. But Phil, why do you not like Class of 81? Why do you prefer your Miss Pac-Man?
Well, I grew up with Class of 81. I had a tabletop Pac-Man in my basement for many years. It was too slow.
No, but this machine versus your Miss Pac-Man.
Oh, the joystick is way better on the one that I have. That one's weird. So I have a four directional, and it's way more responsive. That one's an 8 directional, and it messes up all the time. I can't score nearly as high on his machine as I do on mine.
You know what's so crazy about that thought is that my wife and I prefer the 8-way stick. Because we play. I hate the 4-way stick, and I know that's the traditional way to play it. Because when you're turning, you can't get. So now we play Pac-Man on the fast mode. That's the only difference. Okay. You can't. Once you play fast mode, you can't go back to the slow mode. And I prefer the 8-way. It's so weird. I literally prefer the 8-way, and so does my wife. It's insane.
Did you guys play classic Miss Pac-Man though on the standard 4 directional.
We had like an arcade 1-up one. We had not like a real arcade. I'm sure we played on the real. It's been a minute, but yeah, I know what you're saying. But it's very like directional. Like you have to like hit it and then hit it. Here, and like when there's an 8-way, there's like room for error to like curve it over to like take that sharp turn when you're going fast, kind of thing. Maybe that's why I like it. For me, I feel like there's a little bit more control.
I don't think Pac-Man curves around corners. It's definitely a right angle.
It should. That'd be dope. You could do like a little like drifting action and stuff with it. And it just has feel.
I'll say for me because, you know, I grew up in a bowling alley. Sorry. That was all we had was a 4 directional. And so having that 8 directional kind of messed me up on my normal. Like I knew the patterns and
exactly.
You know, Anyway,
I think
100%.
I think Danny, that's a good summary of that little thought process, right? I think if you're super into the pinball or the arcade game and you know that game inside out, you're going to find faults in any of these cabinets.
Yeah, you'll be highly critiquing it for sure.
If you're an average gamer and you're just having some fun, you're just going to play them and have some fun.
I think that's how we're going to be too with the pinball. We'll just have some fun with it.
Yeah, get yourself a pinball, Danny. See what you think. I think
we're gonna. The hunt is on. The hunt is on for sure. I think we're gonna take a look and see what we can get. I definitely think like multiple pins would be fun because then we could play at the same time. We'll just have to see. We'll just have to see what happens. What happens with at games? What they come out with? If there's any sale on the HD pinball table from at games, the last year's variant of that. And if there's any sales on like the arcade 1-up ones, I think those should be like clearance out because they clearly have given up on the pinball game and just get rid of them at this point. You're just housing them for.
I don't know what's going on with arcade 1-up. I mean, obviously John D left, who was, brains of the company as far as I'm concerned in terms of the middle-aged dude who had business sense, connections, and knew the direction of the company. I think that's a big problem for them, but. If I was an exec at Arcade 1-up, I would be dropping paid-for PCBs with Wi-Fi and downloadable tables into these beauties.
That's your multi-cade right there that you can be buying stuff with.
Yeah, I understand why. I mean, I work for a software company. In the software business, everything is about repeatable revenue, ARR.
Yeah.
If you just sell into one customer, one product, your company's going nowhere.
That's perfect sense. Like that would have been your multi-cade with multiple downloads if you can just put table on table on table. The only problem is like the licensors get in the way, so you'd have to make almost like a generic table that you put your own games on there, because I don't think a Marvel table would want like Star Wars on it or whatever the case may be. I don't know who owns what, but it gets a little everybody's got their toes dipping in different waters kind of thing, and I don't think companies like that too much.
I guess so, but I think I don't know. I think if Zen owns the license, you could probably put all Zen tables on one product, but I don't know.
Yeah, it would have to be something like that. Evil Genius Entertainment here says, Danny, my boy, I'll sell you my HD ALP for $300. That's a deal right there.
No, Danny, don't do it.
He's like, no.
If someone gave me a HD at Games pinball, I would take it to Goodwill and get a tax write-off on
it. But so that the HD at Games isn't better than the 1-up?
The HD at Games is a terrible product. In fact, I very nearly, I don't know if you saw my channel a couple of years ago, I bought an at Games Mini. I was going to throw it in my swimming pool just for fun for a video, and P-Dubs told me that I could give it away to charity, so I did.
Yeah, that's the better route to go. Definitely, we could definitely. I mean, there's somebody that could get some use out of it. Well, interesting.
But no, the previous at Games HD, unless you're going to mod it, is a terrible product. All the content on it is a snooze fest. This is night and day. Even with this one Zen table on it, this is a must-have product if you've got a home arcade.
Now, Kelsels, you got a couple people here disagreeing. I got Thumper Squid here. It says I don't agree with that statement.
People disagree with me all the time. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, you got to be okay with that. Rich Odello's like, I completely disagree here. I like Carlo. I disagree with Rob. The HD is fine. Now on the HD Go, guys, can you download like Zen tables and stuff, or is it all just that generic Garbo?
You can put them on it. I mean, like all that games products, right? You can hack it and you can power it with a PC. You can play ROMs. You can play any content on it you want within reason.
Okay.
But what I'm talking about is licensed content. So the HD does not have downloadable content you can pay for with Zen tables. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they said that was never going to happen. It's only this 4K that's going to have the Zen tables.
Interesting. Well, hey, maybe you save up for it. I could probably, if I save and save and save and save, and like the chat was saying, I sell Atari 50th over here. I think I could probably inch my way closer to getting the 4K pinball.
Danny,
Hopefully
just
they come
do a crowd fund, and I'll give you like $20 for it. I'm sure you'll
So
get it straight
you're
away.
saying you can see the screen, right? So you're saying maybe I should just add like a QR code like onto the screen here, and then we could just kind of go from there, and then
And then
we
you
could
can
just
just
say
give away a couple of your other cabinets to charity, and then you make it good, right?
yeah, get a good write off. That'd be funny. Oh, geez, that's okay.
No,
Well,
I think honestly, Danny, I wouldn't say this to you if I didn't believe it. You should go pre-order the Attack from Mars. I think you're gonna love it.
well, I gotta have the money first, so that's the first hurdle we
Well,
gotta get to.
it's
Then I can pre-order.
$200 to pre-order, and then you can worry about the rest.
And then slap it on a credit card to see what happens. That's true. That's funny. I would be curious to see because that oh no, hold on a second. Dark Ground. What do you mean? Wow. What is it? He said, "Wow, really cool." What do you mean? What do you mean? What did I say? I think the Attack from Mars does look beautiful.
It really
It
does.
would be very interesting to see what other skins come out because you get all these skins coming out, then like you're like, oh shit, I wish I could have pre-ordered this one instead of that one, and then you're kind of stuck with it. So I really would be interested to see because there's got to be something that would kind of blow me away to say, okay, like dude, I want to get that one. Like that'd be cool. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what kind of skins come out. I'm in no rush. I definitely want to get. I think a virtual pinball for the house. Because I know my wife would be all over it. She legitimately had fun playing the pinball, and it was really cool to see a smile on her face. So
yeah, I think it also adds something to the arcade room, right? You've got a nice little setup there, Danny. You have people over at the house. You know, not everyone is going to want to play the retro '90s games.
yeah,
I guarantee everybody will want to play pinball.
yeah, that's very true. Like it does. I got Time Crisis here, but not everybody's gonna flock to that. It's a very specific game, but like pinball is pinball. It's known everywhere, much like Pac-Man. So, oh, here Dark Rolling said, "Dude, what did the Atari 50th do to you?" It's not that great. The 2600 games were kind of lackluster. But yeah. Well,
There you go,
Kelso,
Danny. So that's your comparison right there. So the 600 games on that Atari 50th are like the other 14 tables on this pinball.
yeah,
You just
pretty much. It's like
you're not going to play them.
they're there, but you're not playing them. There's no bonus time. So yeah, it does look like a cool machine.
Maybe if you want to do some gameplay another time, because my whiskey's just run out, so I've got to go get a refill.
No, you're good. Hey, man, I appreciate you stopping by. You're always welcome on the show. Whenever you want to call in, man, you can call in and put your 2 cents in the pot. Anything home arcade. The news is pretty slow right now, but we're gonna get news hopefully in April, and hopefully earlier than that or after that we'll see something.
Well, actually, I have a question for you, Danny. Before I go,
Go ahead.
So you work at Best Buy. Have we got any news on a Arcade 1-Up Alien versus Predator?
No, there's nothing. Yeah, nothing.
You can see I got it running here on my MVSX.
Yeah, I have it too. I have the Hilo hack on my MVSX as well. So yeah. Would you have gotten while I have you? Would you have gotten the Alien versus Predator or?
Oh yeah, I'd swap it
Okay.
out. I mean, it was rumored to be the big blue design, right?
Yeah.
So I would probably sell that and slot it in right there.
Okay, and would you get a Smash TV?
Oh, 100%.
Love Smash TV.
And
there
then
you go. Phil chiming in there.
And then would you get a track and field?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Probably not.
Yeah. See, now I would get those. I wouldn't get Alien vs Predator because of the control panel. So if you watch the channel, I'm very, very against anything more than a 2-player control panel. If you want to go more players, you can play online. That's why you have these things. But if you take two 4-players and you put them together, you could literally fit 3 cabinets there. So like Arcade 1UP is literally cannibalizing their own sales by making the 4-player decks. And at the end of the day, Kelsels, this is only this hobby. Like, we have to make room for these things. This isn't like you just put it on your PS5 and you have 500 million games and you're good. It doesn't work like that. Like, the next cab, we got to take the door off the wall so we can fit it in. Like, that's a lot of people laugh at me, but that's what I'm saying. We gotta make space for these things. So I would get a Smash T.
I would look. I haven't seen all your cabinets recently, but I would say you could sell Atari 50th right there.
Yeah, that was my newest one. I was pretty disappointed with it. Like, it's cool.
I don't mind I got the centipede. I don't mind that, but I might. If I was going to sell a cabinet, well, actually, if I was going to sell, I'm trying to sell Dead Cells, but nobody wants it. You can't give that away.
No, you can't. Yeah, that's the first one on the chopping block for sure.
But then Centipede probably, and Dragon's Lair over here. It looks cool, but I haven't really played that much. I don't really like the game.
I would sell like your old NBA Jam and upgrade to the deluxe. That deluxe one is really nice looking.
Oh, this gets a lot of play.
But the deluxe is a little bit bigger, so it's a little bit taller. It's
a little bit taller. You wish you were a baller, that kind of thing, right?
Definitely, shot caller. But yeah, man, I appreciate Kelsey. I appreciate you stopping by. You guys are gonna have fun playing your arcade tonight. Maybe depending on how long the show goes, I was hoping to get some arcade playing too after the show with my wife. But I do appreciate you having you on and giving your two cents about your the pinball collection that you got there. It really is starting to get my brain rolling in the pinball in the V pin room, man. I'm getting kind of excited for it. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We're looking for a sale.
Pull the trigger. Don't look for sale. Don't get that HD product. It's terrible. Either get a Star Wars on sale somewhere, or get yourself a pre-order on the At Games Attack from Mars. It's going to be awesome.
Okay. I know you're going to get the Attack from Mars too, right?
I want to fix this Attack from Mars so I can sell it.
Yeah. Yep. And then use some of that funds to go to the new one.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Well, we'll look forward to that. When you get it, call into the show and we'll take a look at it firsthand and we'll see what it's all about, my guy.
I'll be right there. All right. Thanks for having me on, dude.
Yeah, thank you so much for stopping by, dude. For sure. Take it easy, my guy. See you later, buddy. Yep. See you guys. Super cool guys for Kelso's Arcade for coming on to the show. Let's bring you guys back in the building. Actually, we were going to continue our arcade tours, but guys, I couldn't follow the chat because I was really focused on that V pen conversation there. What do you guys have to say here? Yeah, iArcades are probably impossible to sell, Carlo. You're not too far off. Julio Hernandez says next unboxing 4K ALP here live at the Cornercade. Let's go. I don't know, man. That you can see like the form factor of that thing. It looks really, really cool, man. I think At Games really hit it out of the park with that one. Let your comments fly, guys. Yeah, Damien, deal with it. It is it's pricey. It's nothing. This is what separates the men from the women here. This is big time right here. This is $1,300. That's a lot of money. So I don't know. Let's bring our arcade tour back in the building. We're gonna have to drop you guys down, unfortunately. Let's see. Should I go like this? Does that help you guys? We'll keep it like that, I guess. Okay, let's keep playing this guy. So we left off at Berserk, guys, which was actually a pretty decent game. I would actually add that to the Cornercade. I got to be honest with you. I'd have to have Frenzy on there too, obviously. But all right, so hold on a second. There we go. All right, so we had Pac-Man. Everybody's seen that before. Looks like here at the end we had an NBA Jam, which I hopped on. That was pretty cool. Everybody complains about washed out marquees. Every one of these marquees in this arcade is washed out. There's that missile command and that like cabaret cap thing. That was really weird looking. I know why. Because if I bring up a comment, I should probably be over here. Rich Odello says, for you, Danny, 4KP, All in, no mods for you. I wait for the right price. Probably Richard L. You're not wrong. And then like waiting till like you can buy more tables and stuff. I think that'd probably be the way to go. Thumper Swizz says they accept PayPal credit, no interest for 6 months. I wonder what the payments are on that thing. It's got to be like $250 a month. So there's our total Carnage cab, Smash TV. This is an interesting centipede. You had Smash TV right here paired with that Robotron. So my wife got to play it. It's not bad. I mean, we add it because it's a new game. You want to get new games, you know? And then we got Sinistar. I played that for a little bit. I got to be honest with you. So pause it right here. It's a good shot. Not impressed with Sinistar. I played it. I was kind of just like, I don't get it. Like I was playing Sinistar and I feel like I was missing out with Sinistar and Gorf, but I really wasn't. To me, nothing. You're just doing the same thing. It reminded me like of a more like hyped up Asteroids. That's what it felt like. Primal Rage was actually really disappointing. So when you got up to it, look at how low that control panel sits. It literally gave me vibes of Big Blue standing in front of it. Like my hands were to my knees trying to touch the control panel. It was just very, very uncomfortable to play. So that was kind of disappointing. Looks like we got a little karate chop action to the right there. Yep. And a Dark Legacy Gauntlet cab. Oh yeah, so let's rewind this real quick. Just right to here. This little Space Invaders thing. Guys, look at that. Like the marquees are like it's so weird. These would be kind of cool to have in the house though. Don't really bring any nostalgia vibes, but they're like small. So it'd be kind of cool. I don't know. I don't know. See, JT Game says, wow, that control deck, what Arcade went up, go with, didn't know there were two different shapes. Gotta say, Smash TV is better. Well, so here's what I'm saying. I mean, technically, you could do Robotron, put 4 sticks, and call it a day. But I think what they would do is do Smash TV because it's more accurate. You have to have 4 sticks. You have to have the 4 sticks on there because you got to be able to play 2-player. So no brainer, you're doing Smash TV. And what chipset could run those games? Oh, Mrs. CornerCade coming through clutch. Thank you, honey. She brought me a drink. I was a little thirsty here. Okay, so where are we at here? Okay, Space Invaders, that was cool. Let's keep playing. Let's keep the tour going. NFL Blitz 99, nothing really special there. There was another Blitz, I think, that was there. Turtles, that was cool. Half a dozen. What's going on, man? Thank you for stopping by. We had Paperboy, Warlords. Oh, hold on a second. Stop the presses. Let's just rewind this 2 seconds here. So back it right. Crystal Castles, dude. Crystal Castles. The Thumper Squid, she was here and she's gone. Crystal Castles looks dope. I think Arcade One Up could totally do this. But that's just me. That would be really cool. Pilot, and then there's the Space Invaders. That one was so gorgeous, man. Just looking at that thing, super cool, man. Really, really cool. X-Men versus Street Fighter, like all these cool games, man. I got to be honest with you guys, and I'm gonna need community. I need your help because when I saw this X-Men, I was like, damn, I want to bring the X-Men back into the CornerCade, man. The only thing is, so $3.99 at Best Buy, it goes up the next day to $4.99. Why did it just hike up $100? Like, what is up with that, man? Can somebody tell me? I don't want to pay $500 now for it. But we need a G.I. Joe riser to make it taller. We would need a 99 Lives control deck, fully custom, 2-player, and we would need a better marquee. But damn, I think I want to do it. I think I want to take on the challenge. I also want to do NBA Jam, but I think I'm going to do X-Men. Damn Arcade 1-Up not getting the damn control panels right and the damn marquees correct. I got to do a full mod project now for X-Men. It'll be fun though, but yeah, it's gonna take a while. I think that's the way that we're gonna roll here, guys. We're just looking at this X-Men. Cool stuff. And some figures up top here. Those are kind of funny. All right, let's pause this real quick. So Screaming Banshee says, by the time you fix up the X-Men, you could buy NBA Jam. So NBA Jam, I think it's $5.99 right now. I would need a 2-player control deck, so we're looking at about 100. So we're looking at about $700 all in. If I can get the X-Men at $3.99, G.I. Joe Rise is about $100. So we're looking at 500. Joe Sable's Marquee is about 80. So let's just say 600. 2-play control deck 700 a piece. So what do you guys want? Do you guys want NBA Jam, or would you rather have the X-Men beat them up? Yeah, it's Boof Man. They didn't have either of those. They had trying to think. They had Off-Road, but they didn't have. I actually see my wife and kids right there playing. They had Off-Road, but they did not have Super Sprint. Isn't it dope? So just look at right here when we pause it. You can see my little kiddo. They give you those little stools that you can stand up on. That's kind of neat. I might bring those to the CornerCade because the kids always bring in the dining room chairs, and if I had these little stools, maybe that'll work better. I think I'm actually going to do that. Like, no joke. Like, that's a good idea because I don't want all the chairs in the arcade. All right, let's keep the tour going. Let's see where we're at. Oh, the Fast and the Furious guys. Oh my God. So these are where the racing cabs are now. Let's put this right here. This is like we're at home again. Got the 2 Fast and Furiouses there. I gotta be honest with you. So when you hit so 2 things. I played Mojave, which was like Race Wars in this one. That's my favorite track. They don't in the arcade 1-Up version. They don't have there's like trucks there that have like these ramps that you like carry the cars on. They don't have that in the arcade 1-Up version. They have it in this one. So it looks like you hit that ramp and go up. I will say that when you hit the booster in this, when you double tap the gas, I feel like you're going faster in the arcade version than you are in the arcade 1-Up. I feel like when you're doing it in the arcade 1-Up version, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't go anywhere. Oh, Screaming Banshee. We're talking NBA Jam Deluxe. So I don't do the XL cabs, unfortunately. Yeah, so we got actually a lot to talk about, guys, because we got to decide on a pinball. We got to decide on a pinball, and we got to decide X-Men or NBA Jam. Julian Hernandez says X-Men first and just wait for NBA Jam price to go down. I'm kind of thinking on the same boat as you. And we have all these thoughts and opinions because we don't have anything new coming from Arcade 1-Up. And guys, I don't know when that's going to happen, to be quite honest with you, which is kind of concerning. Let's keep the tour going. We're going to have the Super Bikes that's found at your Dave & Buster's. Hydro Thunder. Cruising USA. San Francisco Rush. Oh, here's a question I have, guys. So let me bag this up real quick. So if we go right here, right? This Rush game, guys. Do you see that logo on the back of the chair there? Obviously made by Atari. Why hasn't Arcade 1-Up come out with a stand-up San Francisco Rush? Or is it because this title has switched hands to somebody that like Atari doesn't own it anymore? Let me know in the chat, because if Atari owns this, they have a great working relationship with Atari. We should get this no-brainer. Yeah, Stumper Hydro Thunder is probably one of my favorite racing games. A lot of nostalgia for me. It'd be really cool if Arcade 1-Up made a stand-up one of those for sure. Yeah, Thor KC says the arcade version of Fast and Furious runs at a more consistent frame rate, so it'll feel faster even if you are technically driving at the same speed. Okay, that's fair, because I know what the 30 to the 60 frames per second is what we're looking at. JT Game says just wait for the NBA Jam to come down. Way more replay value, but my wife will always win. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, it's got to go on sale eventually because $5.99, $6.99 is where it's at. It's too much money. Devastator Omega is here. Partycade NBA Jam any good? I would assume it would be, but you can't play 2-player, and there's no online, and the deck is really short. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving and grooving. All right, guys, this is where the pinball happens. My God, guys, look at this. Look at these pinballs. Unbelievable. So let's get to it here. We got the monsters. I think I'm going to start over here. Okay, so this one I actually got to play, and if anybody knows anybody here in this space, let's pause it right here. P-Dub has this one on the left-hand side, so I got to play that one for a little bit. My wife got to play this Attack from Mars. I don't know what this is. What I was trying to say. I don't know what Mars that is. Oh, Revenge from Mars. So I don't know if is that the sequel to Attack from Mars. But that looks cool. She had fun playing that for sure. Look at the Grand Theft Auto pinball. What do you guys know about that, huh? A lot of cool pinballs, man. There's Star Trek. And guys, there's the Stranger Things. Look at that. Look at their advertising Venom. Look, there's the advertisement for Venom. Look at this, guys. Like, shout out to your boy for getting these shots. Look at this camera work right here. But guys, all of these buttons here went crazy when I was playing this. This door flap down, right? Because you gotta this door flap comes up, and you gotta hit all these things right here, and it comes down, and you gotta hit it where it goes right into this dude's mouth, the Reaper or whatever that thing is called. But it's a fun game, dude. Fun game. Yeah, there's turtles. Look at that. Yeah, JT, this was a fun place to go. $20 unlimited play. It was a lot of fun, man. I just wish my toddlers could last more than 2 hours. Of course, we're gonna get a nice little advertisement. Let's bring that down real quick. Nobody wants to see ads, right? Let's bring that back up. Jurassic Park. Look at that, dude. Dun, 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 na, 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 na. Oh, there's the Mandalorian. There's no way you can play all this. You got to come back. There's Godzilla, guys. Look at that topper. Isn't that the premium topper stuff? Let's go. I don't know nothing about pinball, so I'm just kind of throwing this out there. The chat, help me out, chat. But I thought that was pretty cool. There's Metallica, Guardians of the Galaxy, Iron Maiden, Dr. No. Rush. I don't know what that is, but look kind of cool. I think it finished up with the Munsters here. Yep. The Munsters was interesting. So if you just backtrack this real quick, right here. So there's the play field here, right? And this is glass, but inside here, there's a mini pinball where there's a mini pin. There's 2 buttons on each side, and there's pinball going on in here too. Crazy stuff, man. So Jason, you're saying those are some good tables? Did I hit the jackpot, guys? Did I get lucky? Hold on, it gets better, guys. It gets a little bit better. I'm gonna tell you what, it gets a little bit better at the end. How is that collection of tables? Is that a solid collection? I don't know, premium from pro to basic to not basic. I don't know nothing about that. But I know you can put the app. You can put your app down and the barcode there. There's Cosmotrons. My son wanted to play this because it just looked really big. There's a nice Tempest that looks beautiful. $720. Can Arcade One Up pull it off? I don't know. A 1942 Star Wars Atari. Let's go. JT says that's the spot, man. Let's go. Got Burger Time there. Afterburner. I didn't get to play. I didn't get a chance to play Afterburner. Damn it. Now I'm regretting it. We're gonna have to go back. I got to go back without the kids, guys. Gauntlet. My wife loves that one. Then you got the Dig Dug. Miss Pac-Man. Super Pac-Man. Ha, there you go, Thumper Squid. Said it's a 2-hour and 40-minute drive for me. There's Millipede. Cubert. Good old Cubert. Now, Cubert, guys, just for a reference. Oh, there's Warren Davis. Yeah, that's the signature. I was like, oh, dude, he signed the marquee. That's dope. Just for like reference here, I think Cubert is the size of. Oh, it's like out of focus a little bit, but Cubert's the size of like an arcade 1-Up XL, I believe. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, you know what's funny? So hold on, let me pause it. Let's just pause it right here. Okay, so JT says those machines and Spot look super clean. How is the overall feel maybe? But it was funny because my kids got some snacks and the guy at the front politely came over and he was like, "Ah, man, like there's no eating on the floor." And we're like, "It's okay, it's okay." And obviously they're just toddlers, so he brought them over to like the snack section or whatever. It was really funny though. They were really chill and cool about it. But these machines were maintained properly. Like as we were there, they were pulling out one of them and cleaning it off and stuff. So it was really cool. It was really well maintained to say the least. Definitely clean spot. I enjoyed it. I definitely would recommend going here if you guys are in the area. Oh, and there's my wife. She's playing Stranger Things. There's a little bit of commentary to this, but we don't have to. You can watch on the review video. I just pretty much asked her how it was. I wish we could have gotten footage of me playing it because I had that whole board lit up. It was going crazy. I don't know what I did. And I asked her here too. I said, "Are you having fun?" And then I found this little back area here. It looks like these are all the broken machines, the machines that were down, or maybe machines that they're gonna sell. I should have asked to buy one. I should have asked to buy one for the low. So here's a little surprise at the end, guys. So obviously they had the banger and the Hot Wheels. No, I'm just kidding. But here is the Beatles, and then you got the Foo Fighters. That's a good one, right, guys? You got the Foo Fighters, and you got Cactus Canyon. Wasn't that one that like everybody was raving about? Like I just found this randomly, just chilling there. It was in like the snack section here. We're like in where you eat. So that's the tour, guys. We had a blast. A lot of stuff to do, guys. A lot of fun to have. What do you guys think? I'll bring you guys in the building here. Yes. Cavs for days. And leave no defender behind. So Evil Genius, is that a good spot? That's pretty cool, right? Yeah, definitely recommend this if you guys are in the vicinity, guys, for sure. Definitely check out the video that we put up of the tour itself. You guys can have some fun with it. Trying to see here. Okay. Didn't miss anything. Kind of go back. Okay, didn't miss anything. Good. Okay, so we got some decisions to make, long and short, as far as bringing a V pin in, and X-Men and NBA Jam. So let's see. Evil Genius, you still don't have a Tron? So they waited 3 years to buy a Tron, or do you have a Tron? You just waited 3 years to buy it. Are you talking about waiting for a sale, guys? So it really got me thinking, like seeing all these titles. Like, man, Arcade 1-Up is just really scratching the surface as far as titles and cabs to bring out to own. There is so much more to do. Like, oh my god, I wish licensees and licensors could just work together and to bring us great products. I think that would be really cool at the end of the day. Like if we could get some of these titles, just seeing some of those and playing them, it's just wow, it really brings back nostalgia vibes to just want to own that at the end of the day. I don't know, it's super cool. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, I don't. I really wish we just knew as a community what One Up could possibly do. If there was like more of an accurate list to say, hey, like this is what we're trying to do, or whatever the case may be. I think it always helps too when a company is this quiet. It's like you really don't know what's going on, and it kind of stinks. It takes all the speculation out of it because you don't know if they can do anything at the end of the day. So, all right, guys, it is that time where we give away our other KinHank device, guys. This thing right here, this tiny little guy right here holds over 110,000 games. We gave this away a couple shows ago. Let me put it up here real quick. Where is it? There it is. So we gave this device actually away, guys. A couple shows ago. JT Games, who's in the chat right now, won it. Now, guys, here is your chance to get this same kind of device. So if you see the people over at KinHank, you can certainly buy this. This is not an affiliate link of any stretch of the imagination, but it's something I'd be recommending to you if you guys wanted to play all your games in pretty much the palm of your hand. Now, you have to hook this up to your computer, and it only works for as fast as your computer is. So my recommendation, you get an i5, like a gaming computer with like 16 gigs, 8 gigs, probably be fine too. You're probably going to want a dedicated graphics card. I think I run a 2050 dedicated graphics card, but a 3050, 4070 obviously would be just fine to play some of those higher end games. And we're talking about, Nintendo Switch or N64 kind of thing, PS2. But yeah, it's only going to run as fast as your computer runs. So just want to preference that when you go to plug this thing in. Just bozos. Bozo, Tony. Okay, guys. So, are you guys ready for the question? Okay, guys. So the first one to get it right, you just email us, okay? At thecornercade@gmail.com. Email us your address and we'll send that out to you. Okay, guys? Hold on. Before we do that, what's Thor KC? What's so magical about this Arcade 1-Up update? Please share with the world here before we get started. We're waiting to see what the breaking news is. See, Zero Redux says, Danny, you update your 1-Up app today? No, I don't even have the 1-Up app. Is it? What can we do in it? Oh, you're such a bozo, Carl. You're so stupid, bro. Okay, it probably doesn't have anything legit. You guys just horsing around. So, okay, here we go, guys. For this guy right here, I'm gonna put up the question. Okay, hold on. Now he's actually coming with something. Thor KC says, it lets you track your online status on certain cabs, and you can now track the other form factors. Party said, what do you mean track your online status? What does that mean? Yeah, thank you, Paul Mindeman. I think we can all speak up on this right here. I don't know. We'll comment after the question here, after the trivia question. All right, guys, here we go. I'm going to put up the question. The first one to get the answer. It's got to be the complete wording, okay? No abbreviations, no nothing, okay? Because you can't just put like do and then expect to win. You got to put the full everything, the complete everything, okay? Game, cabinet, everything, okay? The full, complete stuff, okay? Here we go. Trivia question is live. What is Mrs. CornerCade's favorite game to play in the CornerCade? The time is now ticking, guys. Let's go. So this is a good example, Carl. Galaga on what? Oh, we're very close. We're getting kind of close. Okay, I got to go with this one right here. Thumper Squid. I think you are the winner here. Because as I preference, it's Dig Dug on the Dig Dug machine. So that was the one that got the most. I know there's some people said Dig Dug, and JT, you already won it, so I'm not going to let you win it again. Very close. Zero Redux, very close. Like Dig Dug Namco, like Dig Dug on the actual Dig Dug arcade 1-up. So I think that's fair. And you guys actually, this was an easier one. You guys actually like know this. Before the first trivia question was a little bit harder. You guys actually pay attention, and that means a lot. Like these are loyal. I wanted loyal listeners to win this. I don't want to spin a wheel and just give it to a random person. So I like that. I really do. I do like that. So I'm gonna give it to Thumper Squid. Thumper Squid, you got to email the show at thecornercade@gmail.com. And then we'll get that sent out to you, okay, buddy? Oh, Damian Williams, stop it. Stupid. Damian, this bozo, Damian Williams over here. He says, let me scroll down. I never see Katie playing anything. You know why half the time you don't see her playing anything? Because she's taking care of our damn kids. That's why. the other half of the time she is playing stuff. And guys, I showed you. If you guys were members, she was playing the Centipede. I showed you that. And then actually, if you saw it in that video, she was playing the Dig Dug on the Dig Dug machine. So I do appreciate it. Shows some love for Thumper Squid. He's a constant contributor in the chat. It's cool. Let's go Thumper Squid. That's right, man. No, stupid haha, but unfortunately it was not Bob Barker. Now, tomorrow, guys, my Steam Deck comes, so I'm gonna hope to play sound effects. So it'll be really cool to play sound effects, like in this scenario, like people going crazy and shit. Like that'd be really fun. I love you guys. Okay, so yeah, I mean, if you guys don't have any questions for me, I think I'm gonna save. Probably gonna redo the thumbnail here, but I think I'm gonna save some of these topics that I had for when we get some guests on, because I really want to ping pong ideas off of them as far as titles and whatnot. We always talk about speculation. I do think Dark Realm Gaming. All right, CornerCade, I'm done with you. That's it, bro. Stupid. I do think at the end of the day, you guys are hilarious. Now see, you made me lose my train of thought, guys. What was I gonna say? I totally blanked. I think it was really cool though. I think it was really cool having Kelso's Arcade on to give his thoughts about the ALU 4K pinball and VPin in general. Like it's really kind of cool to just be able to get other people's thoughts and opinions. I'll have to definitely see if there is there's some sales running. Fingers crossed. We'll see what happens. And what's everybody talking about the Steam Deck? I don't own a Steam Deck. Yeah, Zero Redux, I love you. Technically, the cab is called the Bandai Namco Legacy. I love it. I think that was as close as we could get, because if I was going to get really technical, guys, we'd probably be here all night. Like, if you really think about it, but it was Dig Dug on the Dig Dug machine. Now, technically, if you want to get real technical, you probably should have said Dig Dug on the Dig Dug Legacy arcade 1-up, if you want to get really technical. But I guess. So you're saying I'm going to buy a Stream Deck? No, the Stream Deck is... No. This... Yeah, the stream. Oh, is it Stream Deck? Hold on, let me backtrack this real quick. Hold on, guys. Just time out. Not the Steam Deck, a Stream Deck. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Yes, not a Steam Deck, you bozos. The Stream Deck. Here, I'll show you guys. because I love the community. Now they had two options here. Okay, let's click on this guy. All right, guys, let me show you what I'm trying to say here. What I'm throwing down, guys. This is what I'm getting, guys. Okay? We do it like this. It's like this and like that and like this and so this guy, I can put all let's get that out of here. I can put all these cool sound effects on this thing. Like really can zoom in. So these are all customizable. So I could literally put whatever I want there. Like I could put Hadouken, Toasty, Shoryuken, stuff like that. Combo breaker. Yes. Legato stream deck. You guys are so funny. Elgato, I love you guys. Yeah. So this is like the setup right here. This is pretty much what I have. So yeah, this will probably complete it if it works. Fingers crossed, guys. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. Well, fingers are crossed. Oh, it's a Steam Deck. That's what I said. Yes, Brooklyn. That's the plan. Go at games. I love it. Brooklyn, did you see the at games? The pinball that we were doing? Now, Brooklyn, are you gonna get an at games Legends pinball? Yes, 100%. Gots to own all the gadgets. I did buy it at Best Buy. That's where I got it. It's coming tomorrow. At least I hope it is. Yeah, Brooklyn, I can because I have Elgato everything, but I just have the app on the desktop, like the icon. I just click on that and I just manually adjust it. So you don't really need to do that. I don't know. Maybe I will. I don't know. I got to play around with it. I'm not very good when it comes to that kind of technology. Uh-oh. Just sneeze my AirPods out of my ears. All right, guys. You got any final thoughts for me? Gonna bring you guys down real quick. Is there any final opinions? You guys, that arcade was super fun that I went to. Tomorrow we're going to the zoo. Still gonna be fun, but it's not the arcade. And hopefully we'll be able to get Mrs. CornerCade and myself without kids at the arcade. I think that'd be really, really fun to actually dive in real deep to these machines and have some big time fun for sure. JT says Danny might have to transition to at games. If they're building the Death Star, maybe. Yes, Julio Hernandez. Let's do an all-nighter. Yes. No, I mean I'm still arcade one. I'm still where the vibes are at as far as my nostalgia, but they need to step their game up for sure. But we might be doing an X-Men project. Man, might be doing an X-Men project. That would be interesting. JT says still have Donkey Kong at the zoo. True, there might be a Donkey Kong at the zoo. Damian Williams is from arcades to modding to pinball. Danny doesn't know what to do with this hobby. Yeah, it's all over the place now. It's go time, guys. I was thinking, yeah, pinball, man. That's something else, guys. It's something else for sure. Look at Evil Genius is still trying to pimp his at games pinball. 300. It's only 300. That's funny, dude. DW. Thumper Squid sent over instructions. I got to get the USB hub. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I'm trying to think. And then I got to read the instructions. It was like 27 steps. I thought it was going to be a plug and play thing. It's not like that at all. Zero Redux says the first A1 Up news of 2024 is that Retro Build did a video about their app, and the next day they updated it. So are you telling me should I do a video on like Lethal Enforcers, and then like tomorrow they'll just like announce Lethal Enforcers? Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. So we did the arcade tour today, and I think pinball. Might be happening. I don't know. We'll see. Dark Ground, what are you talking about? He said, dude, you got rid of X-Men too? That's it, man. I'm done. Yeah, a long time ago, buddy. We got rid of all of our 4 players because we can triple the amount of arcades that we have in here. So if I get the X-Men, I'm gonna have to do the 2-player control panel swap. Which I should probably contact 99 Lives tomorrow then. See what we can do. Yeah, that's the thing. I gotta get the dimensions and see how big this thing is. I heard he came in like fitted through a doorway. Like I live in a small apartment here. All All right, guys, do you have any final thoughts for me? Other than that, we did the giveaway. We talked about the arcade tour. We had super fun time today playing that. Oh, Julio Hernandez, thank you so much. This now allows me to play a cool little sounder, so here we go. Julio Hernandez with the $1.99 super chat. Everyone, don't forget to smash that like button. Please, guys. Make it a point to try to get 50 likes on the video. If I refresh my little browser here, let's see what we got. We have 35 likes, guys. Can we increase that by 15? Can we increase it by 15, guys? Let's go. Let's do it. Thank you so much, Julio Hernandez, for supporting the channel. We really, really, really do appreciate it. For real, guys. For reals. For reals, guys. Hit that like button. Let's go. Oh, Devastator Omega, I'm sorry. Jesus, that blew up my eardrum. I'm sorry, buddy. I turned the volumes down on all those. And then other people tell me to bump it, so I don't know. I'm torn between the two. Hold on. Super Fab is calling a timeout real quick. So timeout. You for rid of all your 4-player cams, only to fit multiple games in like Dig Dug, MK. Okay. Trying to think of how I should word this. Yes and no. So I got rid of, there's 3 beat 'em ups. It was X-Men, Turtles, and Simpsons. And then technically NFL Blitz, but I made NFL Blitz a 2-player. I would have totally made them 2 players if I knew about 99 Lives before I got rid of them. So that would have been a must right there. But right now, because they're in the cluster, but you could put any said game there. But yeah, I like the look of everything smashed together in that aisle, because we would have had 6 coming out. Remember, this was before I started streaming. So literally we would have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We would have 9 arcades total in the center aisle. We'll only have 7 now because I stream in here. But if you were telling me you can have 3 arcades or 9 arcades, that was the concessions right there. Now, as Arcade 1-Up gets more stuff, we'll swap them out for the duplicates. But yeah. Does that make sense a little bit? Thank you, Evil Genius. He said, this is a great show. Anytime you want to come on too, buddy, you just let me know, okay? Legit argument. Guys, okay, I think we're going to wrap it up, guys. I wish I could go forever with you guys, but maybe on next week's show, we'll get into more of like the Arcade 1-Up discussion, what titles we would like to see, what titles could they possibly do, and what's just never going to happen, guys. So you might as well start modding kind of thing. And then we'll talk about pinball. Pinball's pretty cool. V-Pin is in, right? Is that how it goes? V-Pin is in. I really do appreciate everybody coming out tonight. We had a great show as always, guys, and congratulations, Thumper Squid, for winning this guy. Just give me your information, and we'll send that out to you as soon as we can, guys. Hit that like, man. Hit that like. Subscribe if you haven't, dude. Leave a comment down below. I always appreciate everybody's feedback. And guys, as always, this is Danny from the CornerCade, man, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.